What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video to my channel, Life of AJ. It's me, AJ, obviously. And so today's video is a bit different than last week. I'm going to be talking about what my favourite animes are, because anime is going to be a big thing on this channel, more so than the music. But like I said in the last video, if you haven't seen it, link in the video in the description to the previous video and go and watch it. Yeah, but like I said then, like, just because of who the artists were and how the song came out, I had to go and watch it. And by the way, if I sound a bit weird, I'm a bit ill right now. Not COVID, I got a cold, so it's cool. So yeah, I'm just gonna be talking about my 5 favorite anime. Not really best, just my favorite. So don't flame me when I put like something you like lower. So the first thing I want to talk about, just some honorary mentions. I didn't make it into the top 5 of my favorite 5. But I'm sure some of them will, like these two I'm going to talk about right now, which is Death Note and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Like, bro, that's just self-explanatory, isn't it? Like, what can I even say about them? If you haven't seen them, these are definitely 2 you must see. And I reckon one of the 2, or maybe even both, would probably be even my favourite 5 if I rewatch them, which I'm planning on doing anyway. Because with Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, I don't really remember too much about it, but I just remember loving it. Like, the story's good. They both have unique concepts with the stories as well, and some of my favourite characters are from there, like Ling, like like Light, L. I even have like a Ryuk Pop. I have a couple like Death Note like manga, you know, like the Black Edition manga thing. I have like a couple volumes of them. Like, I think they're both, yeah, 2 of the earliest ones I've seen. Not the first 2, which was Dragon Ball Z was the first one. I'm going to talk about that because I'm mentioning that just because it's not in any of the others. Like, flame me for it if you want, but Dragon Ball Z is just not up there for me. But that was definitely obviously the first one I seen. And so the next one, Vinland Saga. So a bit about me. I've always kind of liked anime, but I never really was properly into it. Like, there was one that I watched throughout, and I'll talk about that later. But Vinland Saga, so a few years ago, it was the first time I watched it. And that's what really kick-started, like, the past 2 years, all I've seen is anime. I ain't seen no shows other than ones I've already been watching and new seasons came out. Like, the animation in this is crazy. Like, Vikings, bro, that's my shit. Like, the show itself, Vikings, that. And so is this one, Ashalat, one of the main characters in it, bro. What a geezer. But yeah, I feel like I may read the manga for it at some point, but I think I'm just gonna wait. Because the animation is too good, so I kind of want to wait. I've not seen enough for this to be higher into the top 5, but maybe in a few years it probably will be. You should watch it. Now, moving on, Cowboy Bebop, that's my next one. Man, what a show. I remember my friend's been trying to get me to watch this for a long time, and I never really got around to it. But then when I eventually did, the start kind of didn't sit too well with me. Like, it felt like it was a bit too slow, dragging a bit. So then I remember telling her how disappointed I was, and it was like a whole thing with me, and everybody was like, nah, how do you not like it? But once it really picked up, it picked up. Like, this was in my favourite 5 until I watched the one I'm going to talk about. This was insane. Like, the way every episode is based on a different, or it has a title of a different music in it, so it would be like Rockstar Chick, or like, I don't know, playing the blues. I don't remember the episode titles in it, but it's stuff like that. And then that music would be heard throughout the episode. So you would hear blues in the blues episode throughout. And like, by the way, the intro and the outro to this are best ever. Nothing can compete. Nothing. Alright, that's it. Those are my honorary mentions. I don't know, let me know what you think about them. I'm sure a lot of them would have been in Death Note, Fullmetal Alchemist, and Cowboy Bebop. I think those are 3 that are in people's top 5. But it's cool. So now onto the actual top 5. First one, 5th. These are in order, yeah, the favourite 5 from least favourite to most favourite. So number 5 is joint between One Punch Man and Black Clover. So I'm gonna talk about One Punch Man first. So, you know how I said about my unique concepts? What more can I say? Like, this is like a parody anime of all of the shonens that have come out before it, and it's just too funny. Like, so most animes have like a dude training to be the strongest, eventually gets there, you know, it's a whole journey, a whole struggle. This dude, straight away you just see him bang, one bang one bang's a fucking giant like robot thing. It's just too funny. And then you just look at him and he's just like, nah, bro, why did I only say one punch, man? It's too funny. So he's trying to find him a person that can compete with him, but it's not just like as empty as that. Like the other characters are like doing some insane stuff. It's like a whole superhero ranking, and like he's trying to, well, not trying to really get up, but like they're just fighting superheroes and stuff. And you see the other heroes involved. Some of them are stupid, I'll be honest, yeah, but it's just a parody. It's just a funny anime. It kind of, and it's made by the same guy that made Mob Psycho, so that's one I recommend both of them for people to watch. But One Punch Man, like, I read it weekly. The animation is just insane. Like if you haven't seen that yet, you definitely need to watch it. So then yeah, next one, Black Clover. So like this is one of the most recent ones I've seen. I think I started watching it 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago, and I finished it. Like it's so goddamn good. It has a similar vibe to Naruto, which is pretty sick. And like, so Asta and Yami, two of my favorite characters from it. The animation's decent, not the worst, not the best, but what an episode I had a few weeks ago though. If you've seen it, where Yami and Asta fighting against Dante, that was too much, too much. And so with this, I'm gonna start watching it, start reading it weekly. Sorry, I've been watching it weekly. It's one episode left or 2 episodes left. Like I'm gonna be sad when it's gone. And like they're taking a long break, isn't it? Because they're catching up to the manga too quick. But yeah, it's good. It's a good one. I'll definitely. All of my top, I'm gonna stop saying all of my top 5. I recommend everyone to watch. Yeah, so I don't have to keep saying it. So number 4 now. Technically 3. It should be, but no, 4. Attack on Titan. What do I even need to say about this, bro? One thing again, repetitive. If you haven't seen this, watch it. What are you waiting for? It's almost at the end. Final season. 1 episode left this week, bro. I'm gonna be so sad, but I think it might be a mid-season break, so then there'll be more coming, which is cool. That's good. They needed to, but the story in this is the best story I've ever seen. There's so many layers on layers on layers, plot twists throughout the whole entire show. You don't know what's happening. I can't predict nothing. Like, who would have predicted what has happened? If you've seen it, I'm not gonna say it, I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but bruh, the character development as well, that's one thing I want to talk about. From Erin's character development from season 1 to season 4, oh my days. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, bro, please watch it. Like it's too good. It's too good. The animation is on point as well. Alright, so now we have number 3, Kingdom. Bruh, what a series. So this is probably one that's like a bit more niche than the others, but I'm not sure. I think it is really popular still. The Kingdom is about, this is the only one I'm going to talk about what it's actually about, because I'm sure everyone knows the others. So Kingdom is about the history of the first emperor of China, when he unified all of China, when he like ruled over everything, and how he done it. So it follows his slave boy named Shin, who him and his friend that grew up as like, you know, peasant slavers or whatever. Sorry. Yeah, it follows Shin, and then so when him and his friend were growing up, they always dreamed of being the greatest general under the heavens, what they say. And so it follows his journey, and what happens is slave boy so Shin's friend gets used to be the body double for the king while there was a rebellion happening at the time. So basically he took the hit, and like Shin just couldn't have that, and so then he like, obviously you're gonna be pissed off when your friend gets taken away and you think he's been taken away to be made into like a soldier or something. So he's obviously feeling bad for himself, but he's all alone, and he's like, bro, don't you stop for me, you know. So which is fair enough. And then while rebellion is happening, he runs into the actual king who was fleeing the palace, and he stood by his side the entire time because he wanted to kill him. But then the king said, how about you fight for me and you will become the greatest general under the heavens, because that's all this dude was talking about when I took him in. So it follows Shin's journey, battle after battle, ranking his way up from the absolute lowest of lows to where he is now, which I don't think people are going to be watching, so I'll say a spoiler. In the latest chapter, not latest to be fair, probably been like a month or 2 now, but dude got made into a general, come on big man, he's done it, but he's not the greatest general under the heavens yet, because the latest chapter showed there's like six generals, are like the top generals, and he needs to get into there. But the anime, yeah, it's not worth watching, to be fair. Like, they really butchered the manga. You have to read this one, and that's what I did. So I know it's a big commitment, it's like 670 chapters or something, but trust me, it is worth it. However, season 3 is coming back soon, and that is one of the best arcs of them all. My favourite arc of them all, the Coalition arc. And I think they've got a lot more funding, they spent a lot more time on it, so this animation is going to be really good, really good. And just to say, Kingdom, that's going to be a big play on this channel, just saying. Weekly reviews maybe at some point, but what a show, like, what a manga. definitely gotta read it. I'm going to be doing maybe like weekly reviews of the episode, because it's my favourite arc, so I have to. Number 2, Demon Slayer. Come on, what a fucking anime, bro. Like, this is so good. Once it was done, it was about like this time last year was when I watched it, and I just had to read it all. I just had to. I couldn't not know what's happening next. So that's why the movie that came out, I already know what's happening. That's why I'm not too anxious to watch it, but I still want to watch it so bad. It's not worth watching at a camera, so I'm gonna wait for like a proper rip in it. But Demon Slayer, bro. Story, dirt. Characters, dirt. Animation, dirt. Bro, what a show. Like, I'll tell you my favourite characters. Bang. Tanjiro, number 1. Big man, one of the best anime characters I've ever seen. Such a top don, bro. Number 2, Giyu. And number 3, Zenitsu. You're gonna be thinking, why? Read it, watch it, or just wait. Bro, you'll see. And if you haven't watched Demon Slayer, I don't even know what you're doing with your time. Like, bro, stop watching whatever you're watching. Yeah, don't watch it anymore. Watch Demon Slayer right now, bruv. This will change your life. Like, it's too good. People were saying it's overrated. Nah, bro, overrated to me. Like, does it live up to the level that people are praising it? No one's saying it's the best ever. And so there you go, innit? What a show, trust me. And I just realised I'm wearing a Zenitsu t-shirt. I mean, that's a fucking spoiler throughout the whole bloody video. Oh well. And here we go. Finally, last one. Those of you who know me, you know what this is. Bang, number 1, for Naruto. Say no more, man. This is my GOAT. Even if I was doing best 5 I've ever seen, bang, Naruto number 1. I don't care, bro. Don't care. I don't care what you say. Shut up, bro. The crazy character arcs in this, the gripping story, bro. That's just too much, man. Like, because I grew up watching this as well, this is one of the shows that really gave me life lessons throughout. Like, don't abandon your friends, like, chase your dreams, never give up on your dreams. Even when things are hard for you, just remember who you are, remember where you came from, remember the people that you have close to you, and then everything will be alright. Like, no other show's done that for me, man. And these are things that I've like kept with me throughout my entire life. Like, it's too much. And so recently I went through like rewatching it all a few summers ago, like start to finish. I would never get bored of this show, man. I think I could keep rewatching it throughout. It's just too much. Like, and then the one thing that's interesting, when I rewatched it, I used to be obsessed with Itachi and Sasuke. They were like my 2 favourite characters, and I was just like, anything Uchiha, I was like, yeah, that's me, bro. And I just loved Sasuke, and I hated Naruto. I don't even know why, because when I rewatched it, bro, this guy's a fucking G, bro. This guy's been through the most. He doesn't even snake anyone ever. Like, why would I stand Sasuke the pagan so much? But I still do. I just can't. He's just too savage. He's too dirty with it. When Danzo grabbed Karin and he was like, I'm sorry about this, Karin. She's like, no, it's okay, you can save me. He's like, nah, bro. Bang! Chidori straight through her into Danzo, bro. The guy is a savage. So, I'll say this. My favourite characters from this, Naruto and Sasuke together join. Itachi, yeah. I was thinking about that one because Kakashi, like, how can you forget that Kakashi topped on it? Kakashi is what I wish Sasuke was. This guy's been through the most, lost his way a little bit going into the Anbu, just endlessly killing. Then he needed something that really like brought him back, and like Sasuke really should have learned from Kakashi. and could have been there for him more. I'll be honest. I said he's a kid, isn't it? But man, what a show, Naruto. Oh man, let me just show you this. I have my computer on me. I've been having bullet points. I wanted to properly do this video nicely in it, but yeah. Still got Sasuke, still repping him, even though he's a bit of a pagan, but it's alright, it's alright. But yeah, that's been me. That's been my top 5 favourite animes and my honorary mentions. Technically, and then I just done the top 10 in a way. Anyway, leave a comment. What was your favourite out of this? What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? It's cool. Let's have a discussion in it. Like the video, share it with your friends, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.